Certainly the game of the weekend, maybe the game of the year, the battle of the unbeatens as we get underway. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. They start on the ground here at Sanders. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down. To throw is Marino. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. And he works free. And the Falcons are going to take possession of the football. Well, that is a quick lesson on how difficult this defense is to throw against. An interception on their initial drive of the ball game.
Now we know why their offensive staff spent the entire week awake trying to prepare for this one, because you can't totally shy away from throwing the football. But at the same time, you're looking at them and going, where are the weaknesses? How are we going to move it?
One of the top defenses in the NFL for a reason. We just saw one example right there. Looking to throw again on second down. Wilson, screen play, Johnson. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. So they'll wind up losing 5 yards on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on third and long. Moore, the man in motion. Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing fourth down.
So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. This from 54 yards away. Tucker's kick is good, and the Falcons are out to a 3-0 advantage. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well, and kudos to you. You didn't jinx it.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And they'll be looking to make amends for that first drive, which came to a rather abrupt ending.
It certainly did. And I remember going back to my notes before this game, and a lot of times when I scout a guy, I have a little section about how does he handle adversity. And in this case, a big check mark. He may have thrown the first interception, but I don't think he's going to throw very many more.
It's a second down run with Sanders. And down he'll go at the 25. 4 yards the pickup, first down. The Bucs at a perfect 4-0 to start the campaign. And they've been playing their best football of the year, winners of 4 in a row.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Marino will look to throw on first.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Falcons are going to take possession of the football.
For a team who came in here on a healthy winning streak, we're seeing some uncharacteristically bad play thus far. And that streak is definitely in jeopardy if this offense keeps giving the ball away and can't mount a few drives of their own.
After the interception, here's Wilson. It's caught by Jackson.
And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line.
And Brandon, as you know, sometimes it's a lot tougher to run with these tight ends nowadays in the NFL, but just bigger wide receivers. He lined up on the left side of formation, ran a drag route across the field and tried to work his way open. He was able to make the catch, but the defenders were there and couldn't do a whole lot with it afterwards.
A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed. But they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
And a really good show of force there as he gets through for 4 tough yards. Second and 6 from the 10. Here's Wilson to throw. Trying to get it to Jackson, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Fred Warner. And the Bucs are going to take over at their own 11-yard line. It'll be Sanders to begin the drive. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. They go play action now. Marino. That swung out wide to Sanders. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 11, he goes down. So they'll accept that penalty, and that'll, of course, move the football up the field. They'll run with Sanders up the middle. And a short pickup to about the 25. Well, this defense for the Falcons, they were very strong last week in that win over Cleveland.
Yeah, what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
So that'll go as a 4-yard loss on the play. And that brings up 3rd and a full 10 yards.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Now it's Marino. And once again, this is Sanders. And he'll be stopped short of the first down as they rally to tackle him at about the 28. 4th down. Here's Marino. Open man there is Fryer, complete. And he is going to have the Buccaneers first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. Play fake. Here's Marino. Dancing to his left. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Here's Marino. And he can't hang on to it, and the screen never got started.
As soon as he leaked out and began his route, someone on the defensive side broke with him and arrived just in time to separate him from another reception.
Now Marino operating with 3rd and long. And that is incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part to get them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. They'll try and throw forward with Marino. And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. It's a gain of 11, and the Falcons pick up the first.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
Taken down at the 30.
Get credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Back to the ground, this time with Jones. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
On third down, Johnson. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. That's good for 9 yards as they convert on the third down play. Now on the heels of that run by Johnson, here's another 1st and 10. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground.
And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a game, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Now they'll throw it with Wilson. And the catch made by Johnson. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. Second quarter, 2 minutes remain. 3-0 our score. Here comes the 7th play now of this drive as this is 3rd and 10. Now Wilson. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down.
And Daniil Hunter, he's the one who gets in there and brings him down to the ground.
It was great just to see Daniil Hunter back on the field after missing all of 2020 with a neck injury. When he's on top of his game, book him for the Pro Bowl.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, C.J. Mosley.
And the Buccaneers are going to get the ball back on the turnover as they hold on 4th down.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. After the interception, here's Marino.
That's going to be caught by Fryer.
And he's dropped just shy of the 25 at the 24. First down, Marino.
He's got Sanders on the out route. It's caught.
And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. It's a gain of 16. First down, Tampa Bay.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. And Marino's throw there incomplete.
Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. On third down, Marino.
He's got his tight end Fant. And he will have a first down as they're into field goal range now at the 30.
Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward.
So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range.
Another try after the first down sack. Marino, he'll let this go for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. So on 3rd down, the field goal unit will come out as he'll try to get 3 before half. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And he's going to miss this one wide to the left from distance. It's no good. And instead of tying it up, they'll remain down by 3.
Yeah, 55 yards is anything but a gimme. You've got to really concentrate on your leg swing and proper technique. This time, though, he's unable to convert.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And they'll have time for one play. That's it. 3 seconds to go before intermission. Now, they nearly sprung him that time as he takes this all the way down to the 37.
So that would have been something from that distance, but to no avail. Comes up empty as we have reached the intermission. As we toss it an hour or so east of here to Orlando, it's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. These offenses seemingly still back at the hotel for the first half. 3-0 our score as the second half gets underway.
And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And, Charles, they've got the lead. I would imagine the overall halftime tone was a positive one, but what do you think the talking points were in the locker room?
Well, if there were 3 talking points at the half, partner, all of them were about turnovers because they were pretty loose with the ball. Otherwise, this lead could be even bigger. Now, I don't think that they overly harped on it, but I think they told them, guys, if you want us to keep calling those plays that are exciting, you've got to take care of the ball. Otherwise, we may have to dial things back a little bit.
Wilson's throw here into the hands of Moore.
And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
We couldn't ask for much more to this point in the second half. A gorgeous day, one-score game. 1st and 10 here.
And that's caught inside the 35. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. They'll get 34 yards there. Now it's Wilson. And a loose football. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line.
So we thought maybe they would have a chance to extend this lead on the opening drive in the second half. Instead, they cough it up.
Obviously not an ideal start when you're trying to get a little separation, and I can guarantee that they talked about that in the locker room. Let's get out there, start this quarter the right way. Let's try and put some points on the board and create some space.
Another run here with Sanders. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
They get 5, and it will go ahead and move the chains.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. It looks like a 12-yard loss there on the first down sack.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
Marino's second down throw incomplete.
But they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already, and it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Now Marino. He'll fire one downfield for Fant. And he's going to be intercepted for the third time thus far. And the Falcons are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line. The rookie picked off the rookie.
And guess what? They're pretty familiar with each other. It's not like when I was growing up and the dinosaurs were roaming the earth and you heard about a guy somewhere. Now they run into each other at camps, going through high school ball, recruiting.
Oh, wide open, complete. Touchdown, Falcons.
Well, this is exactly where I expect teams to take a shot. Right after a turnover, you count on the defense being a little bit jumbled coming out on the field, maybe catch them back on their heels, and that's exactly what they did there. They threw it downfield and really created a big play.
Yeah, you said jumbled. They were the definition of jumbled defensively. One play and into the end zone. This is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
From the 22, Marino. And his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today. It's Devin Bush, the linebacker, who picks it. And the Falcons are going to take possession of the football. Things just kind of continuing to unravel for them here in this second half. They take the shot downfield, but this defense, once again, up to the task.
Well, this is where you think about the old phrase, desperate times call for desperate measures, because they've got nothing on the scoreboard, and they're just trying to get something, anything to go their way. But in this case, they turn the ball over.
And he is out of bounds, looks like right at the 15. So they'll get 8 out of that completion, and they'll be left with second and a couple. They snap it at 1. Now Wilson. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
Looking middle, it's caught by Gronkowski. And the Falcons are going to have first and goal coming up as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 2.
And in a lot of ways, that catch is expected. Red zone presence, and that one was realized there. You've got to find your tight end in that situation.
They'll try and run. This is Johnson. And he gets in. Touchdown, Atlanta. A great effort there. With his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Falcons are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this 3rd quarter. Tucker with the extra point. And that makes our score 17-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
From the 24, Marino. That is taken in by the tight end Fant. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Marino off of play action. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. On 1st and 10, it's Marino. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Marino completes it to Fant on the right side. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll run with Sanders. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. Moved back to the 10. They'll try on 2nd and goal here. Marino will throw. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
3rd and goal, Marino. And on the catch right side, this is Sanders. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. Here we go. It's Marino on 4th down. And oh, it'll be intercepted. And you have to wonder, Charles, in a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
Well, based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day, because this could leave lasting damage if he keeps throwing interceptions.
And that throw behind his man, he missed him, incomplete. And the incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off in.
And a most curious way there to burn some clock. That was wild, and at the end of all that, it winds up a safety. All right, Charles, help me out here. 4th quarter, you've got the lead, and you run backwards into the end zone. You're just trying to do too much.
I almost don't have words for it, but you know, every coach that we talk to talks about running backs or people running the football, running north-south, getting upfield. He went way in the opposite direction, and that's going to cost his team.
Yeah, it cost him big time. Still leading, but it costs him. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive.
And this one incomplete. Threw it down at the feet of his receiver. Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. And the Falcons are going to take possession of the football. Yes, folks, that is his 3rd interception, and I'm going to use one of the most overused phrases in football. He's a ball-hawking safety.
I love the way that you called for the shot there. That's perfect, though, because There is something to that. Being a safety often allows you freedom to roam around the defense, maybe not a specific assignment. Today, his assignment, find the football, and he's done so quite well.
Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Wilson. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. And the Bucs are right back in this football game. Marino will look to throw on first. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down. Out of the gun, it's Marino. Into the hands of Sanders. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Here's Marino. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. The wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down. Marino's incompletion on first down leads to 2nd and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. Flushed out right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. That winds up pushing him back 11 yards on the sack. And that'll bring up 3rd. Now Marino operating with 3rd and long. Open man there is Fryer, complete. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 36. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop him with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. And down inside the 10 here before he's out of bounds right around the 7. The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal. Marino sets up. Oh, and that'll be incomplete. Oh, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Isaiah Simmons picking it off. And the Falcons are going to take over at their own 2-yard line. Oh, Wilson going to throw. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete. And that one is incomplete, and it stops the clock at 12 seconds left in the half. Now Wilson back into his end zone. And the most curious way there to burn some clock. That was wild, and at the end of all that, it winds up a safety.
At this point, I think it's a surprise when he isn't close to being sacked on a passing down. The amount of times he's hit the deck today, I think a lot of us are reading safety before they even took the snap. Simply a merciless pass rush every step of the game, and that rush earns a crowning achievement there.
One last shot for Marino. One last shot at the end zone. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. And the Falcons come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over. So time runs out. It's a victory for the Atlanta Falcons. And you've got to say, CD, it was...